What's going on YouTube? We're here with another Smite video. I'm your host Shui, and we're going to dive right into this. Before we actually get into the normal build style that I usually do on this channel, Anubis is a little bit of a different god, so I'm actually going to give you a walkthrough on the combo that makes Anubis good. So we're going to go over and take on this poor little Raw that's going to get absolutely destroyed by us right here. And the reason I wanted to show you guys this is due to the fact that it's kind of a difficult shot for the most part. You have to learn the mummify, the hands, and die so you finish up. That's how you will do the combo with Anubis. And by doing so, you're actually going to pretty much maximize the amount of damage you can do as Anubis. And again, I'll kind of stress it a little bit. It is mummify to hands to locust swarm with a super finish if need be. Now with that attack, I don't have any items, so that's probably why he didn't die nearly as fast as he should have. But that's pretty much it. Now if you tried it a couple times and you cannot land the mummify without the hands, do the hands first to slow them, then hit with the mummify, and then hit with the locust swarm. I recommend doing mummify to hands to locust swarm, but if you're just starting with Anubis, do the hands first to slow, make it an easier target. But if you do it after the mummify, you actually get longer DOT damage and will actually make it easier to kill them. But that's pretty much it for this portion, guys. I will talk to you in a minute on the actual build. Welcome back, guys and girls. Let's get on to this build already, you know. But before we do anything with the items or abilities, we're actually going to read a little bit about these abilities. I know I just kind of went over them, but I'm going to do just a quick recap over it. Plague of Locusts, it's a cone effect. Does a lot of damage DOT. It's 95 plus 40% of your magical power. Mummify, complete CC, caps out at 2 seconds. Grasping Hands is a circle DOT damage. It does 85 plus 35% of your magical power with 25% slow. Super is a 43 damage per tick with plus 15% of your magical power. It actually ticks fairly fast. And Sorrow is his passive. All of Anubis' abilities steal physical and magical protections from the target, and he gains increased scaling to his item-based magical lifesteal. In addition, Sorrow grants Anubis an additional 30% reduction to all crowd control durations. Really solid, really good character, pretty easy to play. Now sorry I kind of rushed out a little bit, slow it down. We're going to jump into the ability builder right now. And what I would recommend for your starting minion run would be Plague of Locusts first, then Grasping Hands, then Mummify, then Locust, then Gaze. Then Locust, Mummify, Gaze, Locust, Mummify, Hands, Gaze, Mummify, Mummify, Hands, Gaze, Hands, Gaze. Pretty simple, guys. Alright, now this build that I'm going to give you here, guys, is a very, I wouldn't really say extravagant, but it is definitely foreign and is definitely different than other mage builds. But I really like it. It worked really well for me. First game I ever played with Anubis with this build, I went 17-2 on Conquest. So pretty solid build, and I was also running duo lane with that, so it's a little weird, but you can definitely use this in mid and do a lot better. So starter, you guys already know I love my starter items. I love Watcher's Gifts on mid pushers, because as you know, you can hug the right or left wall and you will actually get bonus gold from your jungler that kills the camps on the right and the left and mid. You definitely want to grab Watcher's Gift. And then you already know my active item I buy no matter what god you're playing. It is always useful, and that is Meditation. And then my last but not least, you already know I'm a huge fan of buying boots straight out of the gate. So we're just going to jump in and grab these boots. Now our core items are actually going to be Shoes of Focus. Go down here and grab these. It gives you 30 magical power, 15 cooldown reduction, 18% movement speed. Can't ask for more. Obsidian Shard, which is really good, and it gives you 70 magical power and 33% magical pen. Now, if you watch my Poseidon video, you already know why I recommend using the Obsidian Shard as your secondary item. That is because if you're in mid and you're pushing, a lot of mid pushers are mages. So if you're going up against another mage, he realizes that he's going to be going up against another mage, so he's going to build magical protection. Now, we don't build magical protection, because if they are, we'll build pen and we'll win that 1v1. Guarantee it. So we build the Obsidian Shard straight out of the gate. The next one, now this one is something different. A lot of people will probably give me some flack for this, but I build the Polynomicon. The reason being is, first off, the stats are fantastic. 75 magical power, 300 mana, and 10% magical lifesteal. Now the passive, using an ability gives your next basic attack within the next 8 seconds plus 60% of your magical power as additional magical damage. This effect can only apply once every 3 seconds. Now, the reason why I do this is the combo, which was at the beginning of this video. The combo, if they get away and you don't have your super up, the Polynomicon 60% bonus basic can actually finish them off if you hit them. So pretty much if you do hands, you do wrap, you do locust, and your super's not up and they start getting away with really low health, you throw that one basic attack while they're running away and it could possibly kill them. About 80% of the time it was killing them for me. So I actually definitely use it. And as you know, his passive actually benefits off of lifesteal. So another core item, this is one of the only builds I've ever done that actually has 4 core items. I build Kronos' Pendant, which gives you 75 magical power, 25 MP5, and 25% cooldown reduction, because if you're Anubis, you have to have your combo up as much as possible. Now, the next 2 is the damage group. Now, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's in here. I use Gem of Isolation. Enemies hit by your damaging abilities will be slowed by will be moved 25% slower for 2 seconds, excuse me. Gives you 70 magical power, 250 health, 250 mana. Now this actually goes into effect and kind of synergizes very well with the Polynomicon, due to the fact that if they do get out of your Locust Swarm, you do not have your super, they're going to be moving 25% slower. You can hit them with that Polynomicon basic attack. You have 8 seconds after you cast your Locust, or 8 seconds after your Locust is done actually, because the damage from your ability will stop when you're done casting. You then throw that one shot, they'll be slow, you'll hit hard, it'll be fantastic, and not to mention all these items give you magical power, which the Polynomicon gives you 60% of your magical power. So if you increase the amount that you have, it increases the damage of that one shot. And then the last item that we actually throw in this build is actually the Rod of Tahiti, which the Rod of Tahiti is very, very powerful because it increases your magical power by 25%, gives you 125 magical power, and 15 MP5. So it also synergizes very, very well with the Polynomicon one-shot, due to the fact that it increases your entire magical power by 25%, which will then actually result in your 60% being even greater and even larger. So we're going to go ahead and throw that on there, build all these up real quick, and then we're going to see exactly what we have. You have a 119 basic, 556 power magical, 1.03 attack speed, 10 magical lifesteal, which would be increased by his passive, 60 physical protection, 30 magical protection, 1920 health, 16 HP 5, 413 movement speed, soft capped out at 40% cooldown, 1990 mana, and 52 MP5, which is actually pretty solid. Halfway soft capped on both of those pretty much. And it's a really strong build, guys. I definitely recommend using it for mid or duo lane, maybe even solo lane if you're feeling ballsy, because you will definitely be winning a lot of your 1v1 fights due to the fact that you can pretty much completely take them out of the battle and just wreck shop. But that's pretty much it for me, guys. Make sure you smash that like button down below. It really does let me know that these are helping you guys, and it really does give me that motivation to keep making more of them for you. Make sure you comment down below if there's any other guides you would like to see done, or any questions about this build. I will definitely be sure to answer those as quickly as possible. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well to join the Shoe crew. That's pretty much it for me, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Talk to you later. Peace!